folks here. They are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zaven Collins came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Mahomes going to throw. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw.
He'll find Schwartz complete right side.
They find some open field here. Touchdown, Browns.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
The point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Gets around him. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And they'll get this down to the 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They run here with Jason Huntley. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jason Huntley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. And they're on 31-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to pull loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes it's his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
He'll look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here's Jamie Gillendown as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Gets by him at the 25. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Into the secondary, past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line.
Let's go! That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Mahomes quickly complete out wide. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And this defense not giving him anything there, maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And some space here. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a handoff looking right. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. That ball caught by Slayton. Touchdown! Darius Slayton hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And that's going to be a Chiefs 1st down as good running gets them to about the 44.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Rondale Moore. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
We got 4.
2nd and 11. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it. Because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And that will make the lead now 26. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it go again.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
103 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal.
49's the mic. Watch 49. Hey.
And they will take a knee here. So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Butker's kick here is good. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey,